Right up there.
So much easier. Let me see here.
Yeah.
We're recording and
Oh.
kind of missed the lick. Oh well. My bad. What episode are we at? 61?
Is it 61?
Yep. I think we're here.
Nice.
Another thing that I kind of didn't realize we changed, but we have. We don't do music in the intro anymore.
Oh yeah. Man, it's all going to hell.
Yeah. Well, no, you did request. You're like, I don't know about that. But
I did.
And it makes more sense because those things get flagged on YouTube. If I'm playing a freaking Green Day song and you put it on YouTube.
Some artists are really into the flagging.
Yeah.
The Eagles don't.
The Eagles not down.
Prince, yeah. Well,
Prince ain't having it.
His estate, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sirree.
There it is. And so, we are here.
We're here. We're queer.
Yes.
We're gonna be I'm joining you guys, Tainted Love, next month.
Sick.
Like a week from today or so.
Which one?
Fun.
I hope I'm on it.
Yeah, I hope you're on. That's classic.
Yeah.
Something went weird with my calendar. Okay, here we go. It is on June 14th.
Sweet. I should be on that. That feels
Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Public Works, San Francisco. Awesome.
Oh, right.
On Flag Day. That's my favorite holiday.
Yeah, right. What flag do you wave?
Pirate flag. I don't know.
Oh, all right. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think I brought this up to you years ago in episode 28 or so.
Yeah.
But I actually yarnard flags.
You did. Yeah, because the Warriors flags.
Yeah, flipping and flapping in the breeze. Yeah. Well, we won't see many of those.
No.
They got
Man, you know what? I started watching the playoffs when I was out of town a couple weeks ago, and I was into it. But then I got back and I got caught up, and I didn't watch any of it. But by what you're saying, I'm guessing the Warriors didn't make it through. Huh?
They just last night got booted, but it's because Steph got hurt.
He got hurt.
Yeah. So God, dude, you need Steph.
Yeah.
So
it's unbelievable that team is such a powerhouse, right? They're always contending.
Yeah,
it seems,
dynasty.
right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, man. As long as he's around, I guess they would be.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. So I guess it's been about a week. What happened? What's been happening?
Well, I've been doing a lot of acoustic shows. It's kind of blurry. Honestly, I've been really caught up just doing home life stuff.
Yeah.
I got my boating license.
So do you have a boat?
Yeah, we did acquire a boat. It was through a family member that did not want to pay for the storage anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
And she was going through some personal issues, and she has this boat that she's not using. And so I freaking drove out to, she's out by Yuba Hills, kind of Orville area.
Yeah.
And I drove that puppy back last week.
So you bought a trailer also, or is that
the boat was already on the trailer.
Yeah.
So I had to throw a hitch on one of our cars. Because we don't have trucks or anything like that, but we have SUVs. And so with the tow capacity that's right at the boat. So so put a hitch on a car months ago actually. And
your kids are like, let me ride in the boat. You're like, we don't have the capacity.
Hey, lose some pounds, fatty.
Yeah. Right. Too many corn dogs.
Yeah. So anyways, I went and got it. And I grew up on a farm, so I do have experience pulling things, trailers. Yeah. But dude, I haven't done anything like that since I was a kid, 20 or something.
Yeah.
And so
how does this thing work?
Dude, a lot of
finger in there.
A lot of YouTubing Um,
Yeah.
and just looking at like, okay, what a cross.
That's what I'd have to do, man.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
I
had to. And
it's
so,
interesting how much we forget. It doesn't just stay with you, right? It's not
heck
like
no, it
riding a
was
bike.
basically just all foreign. And so and of course I get there and I'm all nervous. And I'm like, I got to go by myself. I don't want anybody to ride with me because I'm like, I don't know. It seems a little sketchy. Like, I'm like, if I do clip something, I don't want like to put my kids in danger, you know?
Yeah, of
So
course.
I go out, pick it up, and it's basically like my sister-in-law. She's like, yeah, and the brake light hookups, they don't work. And I was like, oh, great. I'm just going to drive freaking 200 miles through
Yeah. You
rush
just have one
hour.
arm out the window waving the
I
whole time.
basically was kind of doing that and
Yeah.
ducking from like police, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I ended up hitting like 3:30 p.m. Sacramento traffic. So I'm just
Oh
like
my God.
like cruising down like where like J Street's at, you know, where you used to go to
Oh yeah.
Harlow's. And it's
Oh
just
yeah.
so I was like really nervous, but I made it
So it's
back.
like a 5 hour trip instead of
It was
it's already a long drive.
Yeah, it was pretty long, but it was victorious because I got it back and I'm like, yeah, cleaned the boat up and yeah, we already got it in the water and so
You
now
got it in the water.
yeah, we
In
went out.
Disco Bay or where?
We were in by Bethel Harbor.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know you said you don't hear these, but I'm getting a lot of dings here, a lot of
Oh
messages.
no,
Sorry.
I'm not hearing them, which is
Okay.
good.
So anyways, threw it in the water and we have a nice little service out here where they once you bring it to them, you pay a little bit a month and they will launch it every time. You just say, "Hey, this is Jeff from stall
Oh
503.
really?
We want to come down." They put it in the water. You show up. When you leave, you park it in a slip. They take it out. It's freaking awesome. So,
Oh, and put it in one of those, like it could be 5 rows up or something. One of
well, we
those.
didn't. Ours is just outdoors, so they just throw it on the trailer, put the cover on it, and
I
park it
see.
outside, which
Yeah.
isn't ideal, but it's pretty awesome. Like I don't
Yeah.
have to
Oh
deal with
yeah.
like myself backing our car into the water. you know?
Yeah. Well,
So
you said you get it in a slip. That's not backing it in. You just kind of
well, no. So
uh
we all I have to do is I drive it into a slip, tie
yeah.
it up, and they
Yeah.
just see it and they go, okay, let's get that boat out of there, and
Okay, I
they
got you.
take it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that really has kind of been my week. Besides that, and then just other family stuff like freaking.
Yeah.
But I have had shows. I don't even. It's kind of blurry. Like, dang, what have I even been doing? I don't know. Uh, no, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Tainted Love did have a show. Okay, I'm getting blown up now. So I need to like turn off my messages.
Someone's listening to you in real time. They're like, we had an important show."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Remember that show that you missed? No.
Yeah.
Tainted Love played Berkeley Brewery. And you
I'm not
Mustache has
aware of it.
done that.
Hmm.
And it was really fun. My nephew actually came out. He goes to Berkeley, so
Oh, sweet.
yeah. So him and his friends came out, and I degraded him for because his shoes were so dirty, and I was
Yeah.
like, he was wearing like these really white shoes. It looked like he'd been playing in the mud for like three. And I was like, Brady, dude, I'm so happy to see you, and I'm glad you're doing good. But for the love of God, clean your shoes.
Wash your shoes. Yeah.
But he's like college kid. He's a junior, and
Oh
he's
yeah,
just
he's
like,
just farting around.
yeah, bro, yeah, okay.
Nice. Mini
So
Jeff.
yeah. Oh no, he's not mini Jeff. He's like 6'3". Like
Holy
it's
mackerel.
yeah, it's crazy. He's got he inherited the good looks and the height and the brains.
Is
So
he playing sports or
no, he's like a
not
math
messing with that?
major, but he's really into
Wow.
music. He's like, yeah, once I'm done with this, I just want to be a musician. I'm like, okay, like you're probably gonna be fine. You could do both.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, that's cool. You
pretty
can't
awesome.
stop somebody once they really want to do that, I guess. Couldn't
It,
stop us.
yeah,
So
exactly. I know. Except my thing was like, well, I'm gonna play music, so I'm not gonna do anything else.
yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
time.
Eventually I said that. Yeah,
Yeah.
too.
I honestly, that's piece of advice I would give any kid that's coming up, like that you can do both. Honestly, like you should try and have a little balance. Like when I was young, I had zero balance. It was like it was all one
Guitar all day.
all day, and it was like sell everything. Like I don't even have another life. It's like kind of
Yeah.
crazy. But I
Well,
guess that's
jobs are different now too, I think, where you can more likely kind of do something part-time or do a few
I
things,
know. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it kind
Yeah.
of serves that. It's a totally different landscape,
It is a
as
different
they say.
landscape. I was like yeah, and I also didn't figure out coming up like shift work, like when you're a 22, 23. I was working like hard jobs, like I was doing like
Yeah.
freaking duct work, AC stuff, working a
Oh,
nine
I
to
didn't know
five.
that.
Yeah,
Were
and
you like considering HVAC
no,
as a
yeah, well,
career?
my job, it was actually a really funny company. They were based out of San Diego. The owner was never there.
Yeah.
He lived in like Idaho or something, but he had like
Hmm.
25 trucks and he was making bank. And the company
That's
was
pretty good.
a duct cleaning company. And
Hmm.
so we just run a hose into people's ducts and open the valve and all this dust would shoot. And I was just like, I don't think this is doing anything good. I think it's actually just making a mess.
Just making them sick.
Yeah, so we would go out there and do that, but then they're like, yeah, if you get your HVAC, then you can work on it and stuff. And so it was crazy, but I would come
Wow.
home so tired that
Oh
I was
yeah.
just like, I just want to play guitar, and I would be all tired. And then I figured out, oh, I need to just be a bartender, or wait tables, and then you
Yeah.
pick your shift. So
Like every other entertainment hopeful.
exactly. I mean, that's the
Mhm.
way to go, though. Is shift work if you're going to be
Right.
trying to, you
You're
know,
already up all night, so you might
yeah,
as well slang drinks.
yeah. It reminded me
I did
this
that.
week too. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, starting us off.
No,
It
dude.
reminded me of my duct work because on Mother's Day we actually went out on the boat and had a nice day. Came in, and when we walked in our house, in our entryway, we have a really big green, huge bush, and something died in this bush, an
Uh,
animal, and it
uh-huh.
smelled so bad. And I was like, oh no. And this bush is massive, dude. It's like you
Yeah.
can't get in there. Like, and
It's
I
like
was
the
like,
Christmas tree on Christmas Vacation. You have to
it,
like peek in there and maybe something's gonna jump out at
dude.
you.
I was like, I like had the Christmas Vacation shirts over my face, like
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there with the stick, and I was
yeah.
trying to find this dead animal, and I couldn't find.
Possum or whatever.
And it just the smell kept getting worse and worse. And I finally was like, guys, don't use the front, like
Yeah,
front porch. And I'm trying to
right.
call an exterminator, and I call like
So you could
Terminex.
not find what it was.
I could not find, dude, this bush is massive. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't get in there. And I had the trimmers. I'm like, "Nyeh," and I'm like,
When does a bush become a tree?
I
I
do.
think that's the
Or
question.
when does a bush become a wall? Is basically what ours is.
Right, right.
And so can't find this thing, and I'm losing sleep over it. I'm like, I gotta figure out what's in this bush. It's just gonna get
Right.
worse. And I'm
Yeah.
looking online, and I'm like, how long does it take for an animal to decompose completely? And it's like, because I'm like, am I gonna have to wait this out?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so gross. And so I'm like trying to find an exterminator, can't get someone because they're like, Terminex is like, oh no, we only come out if you already had our service. And I'm like, but now I have the dead animal
That's a
now.
catch 22.
Yeah, I'm like, so I'm supposed to like hire you to come out and do what before there's a dead? It's like so
We have to
confusing.
look at your ducts
Yeah,
first,
actually, we
okay?
have to actually drop the dead animal in your plant, and
Yeah.
then you call us
And
and
give
say,
us a
"Can
call.
they
Yeah.
come get the animal?"
Yeah.
So, anyways, luckily we do have some gardeners that kind of help out around the house. I
Yeah.
didn't think they were gonna do it, but I told the guys, I caught them when they were here yesterday, and I said,
Yeah.
"Guys, go smell that bush. It's horrible. There's something dead in there. I couldn't find it. I don't want you to have to do it because it's really bad, but I don't know if you can trim it up so I can."
Yeah.
And the guy just puts on a mask and like a superhero just goes in, and he's like, I hear him talking and he goes, un gato or un raconito. And I was like,
Yep.
oh shit.
Cat or raccoon.
Yeah. And he got in there and pulled out this huge dead cat.
What? A dead cat.
It's so gross, dude.
Damn, dude, that's the last thing I expected.
I'd
He's
seen.
like a cat for the bitch. Here you go. You couldn't do
Yeah,
this
you
yourself.
could. He's like chasing me with it. Oh no.
No,
Yeah,
that would fuck you up. Yeah.
dude. Oh, it was so gross. But these guys were like my heroes, and they got the ungato out
Yeah.
of this thing, and I'd seen this cat always in the bushes, and I'm like, what
Oh,
did he
you
do?
even recognized the cat.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it's I don't know how it died. It just all 9 lives spent up. But
Yeah, I think they get one thing is if a cat gets hurt, they want to be alone. They'll like go
mm,
to either die or heal and be
aw,
kind of hidden because
that's sad.
they're easy prey if they're that's kind of an instinct, right? You want to
Right.
hide so no one comes and takes advantage, but sometimes they just go away to die.
Yeah, poor cat,
So
but
I know it
smelled like
sucks.
Jesus, smelled like hell. I spent like $50 on just deodorizers because
Oh yeah.
I was like, sorry guys, this is just how it is. I was gonna like put caution tape up and just
What is
be
it?
like,
Sprays or what is it? Like
I got a couple different things. I got like these bags of charcoal
oh
that are
okay.
supposed to. It did zero. It did
All
nothing.
right.
And then I got like a,
No, it just smells like embers of a cat fire.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. And then I got this powder that you're supposed to put like a teaspoon. I just took the whole thing and went and just threw it. It did
Yeah.
nothing. It was just
Smells like
like
pine.
this smell was like it was beyond.
See, we have cat issues where they're peeing in the garden. So you're
Oh,
like
okay.
eating piss tomatoes,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. This stuff that I got is really for like that. Like I think it might combat that, but I used it
Well, the
all.
funny
I'd
thing
let you
is
borrow things.
you use piss to ward off piss.
Oh,
So
really?
it's this fox urine.
Hmm.
It's like a bucket of fox urine you spread. It's crystals. It's not like liquid.
Right. I like, yeah,
And
it's like all these things that you have to. Okay, so to get rid of the cat pee, you got to use fox pee, but then to get rid of the fox pee, you got to use
yeah.
horse pee, and then,
Yeah, yeah. And then a real elephant has to walk up and take a
yeah,
shit all
and
over
then
it
in
all.
the end, you have to just use cat pee again, and then it all
Yeah.
cancels out.
Yeah, yeah, you ask a cat to come pee on it. They're like, I don't want to anymore.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have to go. Yeah, I used it all.
Well, I'm
So
thinking of what I've been doing these last few days, and it's been a lot of solo stuff too, but
nice.
because everyone's going on vacation throughout the summer, I have a ton of rehearsal because we have subs
Oh,
coming in and out. So now it's like
right, right,
two
yeah,
rehearsals a week or so because every weekend where you have about two gigs, somebody's a sub, and
yeah.
it's just going on and on and on. But in between
Nervo's in
that,
like Iceland.
he is basically, man. He just went to Alaska,
Oh,
or
yeah,
I
you
think he
sending
might
me
still be there.
you
I think
sending
he's
me a
coming
picture.
back today.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Where's he
yeah.
going
Oh my
next?
God.
Sorry to cut you off, because
Oh no, he's this year is crazy for him. He's like
we got there's a
going everywhere.
show that I was just talking to him today and yesterday about. I've got this. It's a Sabru Nervo gig, just Latin
Yeah.
guitar, and it's oh man, the way these messages are going with this client, I'm
Uh-oh.
like, this is gonna be great. Like they're like they're like we would like beautiful Spanish style guitar and all these words that are like, oh god, you're gonna be so annoying. And like beautiful, elegant Spanish, and it says not jazz. Beautiful, elegant Spanish style guitar, and it's a wonderful location, and it's gonna be amazing. And
Wear a sombrero.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. And so then Nervo sends me a text yesterday, and he's like, oh, the client, because he's like kind of in charge of
Yeah.
this service or whatever, and like he's got
Yeah.
the logins and stuff, and he's
Right.
like, yeah, the client's asking questions, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let me, I guess, get the info. And so I get on there, and they're like, yeah, we're really excited about your performance next week, um and we'd like to set up a time where you can come out and visit the site before the show and go over
Whoa.
logistics and acoustics. And I'm like, well, the show's next week. The show's also in Larkspur,
And it
like,
pays
and it
$200 or
pays
whatever.
like no thank you, like.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
said, I was like, yeah, hey, like we're all ready to go. And they also said, and the client would also like to see a set list and review it before you start. And I'm like, if you could
It's off.
recognize one song that we
Yeah.
play,
Right.
instrumental, like then
Right.
maybe I'll give you a set. If you could recognize one song, I guarantee you can't recognize any song.
Right.
Um, so they request that,
Well,
and I said
what are they going to do? Look them all up, right? Maybe.
maybe, and be like, oh,
Yeah.
this one's a little too whatever, like whatever. And
Yeah.
so I just said, of course, yeah, I'll get you that set list, maybe. But
Yeah.
and then I was
Take
like,
your time.
unfortunately, with what's quoted, we're not going to be able to come out. Like that's just not part of
Yeah.
our service. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Just send us a map of the
Yeah.
place, and all we need
Great.
is about an hour, and we're very
Yeah.
simple. And so
Great.
that was it. I'm just like,
And that killed it, just like cat piss there. That's
yeah,
good.
well, I don't know if it cat peed it, but we'll see. I'm expecting a
This
nice.
afternoon you're gonna get. So we'll see you this afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
I'm expecting to get peed on again.
yeah.
With it. Oh yeah, that's not beautiful. Yeah, but I I'm like, because these things, we don't quote, which we should. We don't quote ridiculously high, but for me to come out like
Nowadays,
you
yeah.
need to be paying a couple thousand in my pocket, like to go out a couple site visits or whatever.
Right.
It's like
Right.
not it.
Right.
That's not part of what we're doing, dude.
I
Like,
know.
so I'm kind of dreading that. I'm dreading where this is gonna go, but whatever. It is what
Well,
it
we
is.
got a kind of a unreasonable request recently. It's through someone we know who's a singer and also into booking and sound and everything, but none of his offers are ever like cool. So and I love him, but he texts me and he
Is there
goes, "Hey
is there
man,
something involving pants, slacks?
oh yeah,
That's the guy?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah." They're like stretchy REI pants. So he he's like, "Hey, well, no." So he messages me and it says, "It's always like this too." He goes, "Hey, I think I got a great gig for Neon Velvet."
Uh-huh.
Um, he goes, I'm trying to talk them down from 3 hours to 2 hours. So he's trying to like talk
Yeah.
my language
Yep.
already.
There we go.
And so he's leading in with the good news. And then he goes, okay, they want killer dance music from the 50s to now, with more heavily in the 50s,
Okay.
like songs from the 50s. So Elvis, so
Yeah.
etc.
Could be
And
fun.
I'm into that.
Yeah, sure.
But then he goes, okay, then they want a jazz dinner set to open.
Okay. Getting a
Okay,
little
we can do
complicated.
that.
All
We
right.
can do
Cool.
that though.
Okay.
But yeah, he goes, and they have to be the same, some of the same members. Okay, what am I gonna
Okay.
do? Yes, of
Okay.
course.
And you have to play
And then
left-handed. Okay, now
yeah,
it's getting hard.
left-handed. Right, 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 right. Extra cat pee.
Yep.
So then he goes, I'm pretty sure I can get so everybody makes this amount.
Yeah.
Like, so he's kind of planning for me how to pay out the band. Like, instead of, it's never,
It's this
listener, it's
much.
never done that way. It's done it
Never.
like, here's the lump sum that the band gets. You are the band leader. You like understand all the production costs and everything.
Sure.
So then he's like, oh, but also sound is provided, which I know it means by him, and he'll maybe even do
Make
the
a little
sound.
chink chink.
Yeah, and it's kind of like,
Yeah.
we like to bring our own.
Sure.
That's generally how we do it. Sometimes I'll make an exception. But the kicker was, he goes, they want at least 9 people on stage.
Whoa. Who wants
So he's
that?
like, you could add horns, whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
A dancer.
the amount that you just said, does that include horn players or not? You know, like if you said
I mean,
$500 a guy, and then does that mean with 9 people? Like, what are you even? So it
right.
was all confusing, and I just
Who?
I said, bro, thank you for thinking of us. Here's what we can do.
Right.
We can do 5 people on stage, any number of those. The jazz set's no issue. I can play tons of 50s songs and mix it up. And we can play 2 hours for the dance set.
Right.
And here's how much we can do it for. It was
Yeah.
like twice what he said.
Yeah. Crickets. And then crickets. No.
He just like did a thumbs up.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
See,
like that, what you
the,
said.
those kind of requests, like where it's like, we would like, like that this many people on stage. Like, what does that have to
I
do
never
with
understand
anything?
that at all.
Like,
No, because if you go see a huge band like Green Day.
Right.
Oh, we want to hire you, but can you have 9 people on stage? They're
Yeah,
like, that's not the
yeah,
band.
I like Rush, but I wish they had more people on stage. Like what?
Can you have
Like
3 bass
yeah.
players?
Yeah, I really like Michael Jackson. I wish there were just more Michael Jacksons. You know,
It's
like
like that
it's
because
so
this is a
stupid.
pop thing, so I never understand. There's choreography. You
Yeah,
just aren't more people up there mucks that
it
up. It's
doesn't
just
mean anything. It doesn't mean
no,
anything.
I know.
Like, yeah,
You could have a percussionist up there or just somebody not really doing anything, and it's just
yeah,
another body.
and that
I
honestly would be
it's
like, it really just means more money for the client. Like, I'm just like,
yeah,
I've,
but not always. They're thinking they just I think that's what I mean. This is so like ill-advised. They don't understand that you don't just add people for fun. That's more money.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't even think they
and
realize that.
adding more people doesn't make it sound better or look better. You know,
No, I
always.
know.
I
But it's
mean,
weird how it's just part of that more. Just
yeah,
more means
more,
I'm
more.
getting more for my money.
More for the money, and then the micromanaging on stuff. Like I got offered to do a duo at a place that I always do
They're like,
solo.
can you do a duo show, but can we get 4 people up there?
Yeah, yeah. There was I got offered to do a duo a few weeks ago, and but it's a place where I play solo and it kind of kills solo. And I'm like, and he offered me a certain amount of money where I'm like, I would make more playing solo. And I just told the booker, I was like, yeah, it's cool, but I was like, it'd be way easier and they could save money. I would make more money. Can I just do it solo?
Yeah,
Like and it goes over better at that place, like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so I did talk him into it because it went from the club paying or the venue paying X amount to way less, honestly.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
just like, yeah, dude, I'll make more, they pay less, and the crowd will probably be happier. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird. And yeah, and actually our same buddy, who is totally a bro, that was trying to book you, he's hit me up quite a few times.
Uh-huh.
And it's always about my old band, the Jeff Sabru band,
Yeah,
which is basically not even happening anymore. I haven't
yeah,
played since like 2016, but
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, you guys would be great." And I'm like, "Do you even know what the band is?"
Does he
Uh,
call you just for guitar within his band or
no, no. He calls me to book like my trio, which isn't
yeah,
even
right.
out anymore or whatever. But yeah, the numbers, it's like I'm like, whoa, dude, like no. Like he sent me an offer, and I was like, yeah, the only way I'd be able to do it with my band
Solo.
is if it would be like this much,
Yeah.
and it's literally like 5x what he
Yeah.
would send. I'm like,
Right.
thanks for the offer though, but I can't. My guys, they're not gonna play for $100.
Exactly.
It
That's
ain't
what it
happening.
comes down to. The
Yeah,
the production and the other players, even if you want to do somebody a favor.
yeah,
That's why I do a lot of times suggest solo. If it is a buddy, I'll say, hey,
totally.
like for instance, the dinner set. Hey
Yeah,
man, why don't I just do that? Because
yeah,
I do it all the time.
yeah,
And
and it goes over so
everyone can
good.
save money. Yeah, man, it's
Solo
like
goes over
dinner.
so good, man.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
And even at bars and stuff, I do a lot of interaction with the people if that's the vibe, and
yeah,
it does go over well. You
yeah,
can it's just, I, it's a different vibe. I do like the duo thing. This is a little self promotion, but we've discovered that Noel and I do a duo thing. We've done it only a couple times so far, but it is a blast because it's like we're just hanging out kind of like me and you are now
yeah,
on stage, but our dynamic is so like the old honeymooners show
yeah.
where or Flintstones where I'm kind of she's just ranking on me the whole time. And then but we just have I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so fun, are you having fun? She's like, if you would just quit yapping, like that kind of stuff. So and then she plays the electronic clarinet
Yeah,
occasionally and stuff, so it has like a different element to it than the solo.
sure.
And it's even more of kind of a buddy comedy thing with like
Yeah,
huge harmonies and her being singing songs I wouldn't
yeah,
and
yeah. Your guys' harmonies are so spot on too.
oh
Uh,
man, thank you.
that was the
Yeah.
first time I'd ever seen you acoustic. I think is you guys were playing in Walnut Creek at a
the
man.
brewery maybe.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yep. Many
Yeah.
years ago. But
yeah, that's her skill. That it's kind of a rare skill for someone to be really, really good at harmonizing and background singing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're good at that. I think she's one of the best around. And also Laura Lehman's really good at
really
that.
good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, to find the alto part is
Yeah.
just such a magical thing. And suddenly everything sounds huge. And I think it costs more immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's just like beautiful and elegant like a Spanish guitar.
Beautiful. What a landscape. Yeah, and I'm okay at it if I really know my part.
Yeah.
You know, if I know my part, I will be able to go to it every time. I don't know if I sound good at backgrounds, honestly, but
I think you do. Your tone is perfect for it. Do you because the thing that makes someone like Noel and Lo really good at it is they find it in the moment.
I
Like,
can.
I've gotten better at that working with Mustache Harbor because there's like 42 people singing at the same time. So you either double someone cleanly or shut up or find the hole.
Yeah, I feel like in the bands that I like with Tainted Love, I don't like to make up my own part. I just feel like
That's pretty set.
There's too many singers, like,
yeah.
And so sometimes I feel like I've gotten looks before where I've made up a part, and in my head I'm like, that's cool, but I feel like everyone's so used to the way the song sounds. They're like,
yeah, it's kind of like a piano player adding organ when it's not there just to do something. To do it. They're like, this is cool. Everyone's like, no, please don't do that.
Yeah,
that's cat pee.
That's a little cat pee. It's funny going back on the client telling me or asking me to send a list of song names, right? Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, it really is a lot of work for me because I'm like, we just call songs.
Yeah,
you know?
You're like, I don't even know.
I don't even know. And so I literally just Google. I'm like, come on, AI, this is your chance to shine, right?
There you go.
And so I go like 100 Latin instrumental song names, right? And I just on my phone, I'm like,
are they making them up? Is AI inventing
I don't even care. And so, and it did it. And I'm like, but I was a little confused.
El wet burrito.
Yeah, like, it kind of. So I'm looking, and it goes, here's 100, whatever. And I'm like, huh, these are weird. It was like Pepe, Lulu, Mimi, Mamu. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm looking down, and they're all just like Pee-Pee, Papa.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't say you wanted female names? Yeah.
No, and so I'm like, the hell, I can't send these. These don't even make sense. And I look up at my
request.
At my request, and it says 100 Latin dong names.
Oh my God. Don't touch me in my Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi, Lulu, Pee-Pee, Papa.
Pepe. Oh my God.
Like, oh shit. I was like, I should just send this anyways.
Oh my
100
God.
100 dong names.
Dude, that's amazing. I didn't see that coming.
AI had me, dude.
Wow.
But I mean, seriously, I guarantee I could send 70, I bet I could send 50% dong names. Yeah. And then 50% song names. They won't know. Like, they're not going to know these names. No. Like, I mean, Besame Mucho. Yeah.
Pepe.
Pepe. Besame Dong. Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know. It's like.
Kiss my dong.
So stupid.
Dude, I was running. So I've been running a ton.
Oh, good for you.
And that's good.
I've been on it too. I've actually been working out hard.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I know you can tell. Yeah.
I can. It helps me get through when we have a bunch of shows, just because you can kind of go one of two ways. You could just like flop, you know, or it's just somehow energizes you. But occasionally, see, I think this is weird, and I want to see maybe just your thoughts on it or how it goes. And luckily, I'm not in like LA or somewhere where it would be maybe more rampant. But I try to kind of just lay low, but occasionally someone recognizes me, and this guy, he's like a sweaty dude with like spiky hair and like neon Oakley wraparounds, and and a headband, and I'm like running, and he running. We're running toward each other on either side of the trail, and he keeps going in front of me, like I can't go around him. He's
Oh my
like
God.
going in my path, like, and kind of like a football maneuver. I mean, he's
Yeah.
kind of like blocking
Yeah,
me.
he's
You know what I
blocking
mean?
you.
I'm kind of like trying to go around. I'm like a running back, and he goes like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey!" And I don't know what's going on yet, so I'm like, I shouldn't even have gave it away telling you this because I kind of like thought something's wrong. I'm like, and I always have earbuds in, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disconnected from all this, and it's annoying as hell. You have to stop and
Yeah.
take it out, and plus you're on a groove, you're going, and I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And he goes, "You are the singing guy. That's you, the singing guy." And we're both standing there, sweaty, just in the middle of the. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
yeah. So I just like kind of start slowly jogging off again. He goes,
Sing
"Wait,
me,
wait,
sing
wait,
me a
wait."
song.
Yeah, yeah. Kiss my dong. Yeah.
Sing me Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah. Show me. No, so yeah, I'm just kind of like jogging away, and he goes, "I know you. I see you. I see you soon." You know, it was nice, but why did he have to stop me?
Yeah, in the middle
Like he
mid
could have
workout.
just like kind of gave a peace sign or like a fist bump or
Uh-huh.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But we didn't really have a conversation, and I don't know what he was expecting really. Like
Yeah.
how's this gonna go?
Right.
You know, let's stop. And he's like, "You want to have lunch?" You know, like I don't know. Like,
I'm your biggest fan. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's
So
cool. I mean, it's cool that, you get noticed. I mean, I guess, someone that's maybe seen you play, they think it's cool. So I don't know.
sometimes you get stopped though, because I you don't know. It's not always that, because I also got stopped by a lady, and she was like, "Stop, stop, 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 stop!" All like acting like something's wrong, and she's with like 12 other people. They're all of older age. There's just a covering the path with you have to, with people. And stop, 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 stop. And I'm like, "Okay, you all right?" And I take the earbud out, and she goes, "Time, time." Uh-huh. "Time, what time?" And points to her wrist, like, "Tell me the time." I'm like, "Are you serious?" First of all,
Tell me the time.
yeah, it just stops someone no matter what. And
Yeah.
also, none of you 12 people have a phone or a watch. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
I think I lied about the time just to
Yeah, yeah.
get back.
Or just give him military time, kind of mess him up a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
23.
Yeah.
He's like, "Huh?"
The other night, like 2 nights ago, we were out to dinner, and me and Amy are like having a pretty involved conversation about something,
Yeah.
and someone did the same thing and just came up to me and goes, with a group of people, and we're like talking like mid sentence. "Excuse me," like taps me on the shoulder. We're like, "Yeah, hey, what's up? Can you take a picture of us?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, sure." And so like, and I was
Right.
annoyed, honestly, that but
Right.
then they hand me this weird Polaroid camera. And I'm like, "Oh God." Like,
How do you even work
yeah,
this?
and they're like, "Okay." And I was like, honestly, and I was annoyed.
They're
I was
like, "You
like,
have to blow in it."
yeah, I was like, "I don't know how to use this. Like,
Yeah.
where's
Yeah.
the button?" Like,
Right.
and it's just like, yeah, and
It's a
then it's like,
lever, not a button, a
yeah,
lever.
it's a letter. You have to enter the passcode. And like, I'm like, you can't even see through the thing, right? So I'm just
It's a
like,
Viewmaster. It's not
yeah,
even a
I
camera.
just like pointed it at them and pressed the button they told me, and I was like, I don't know. Here you go. Like, Jesus, like, come on, man.
Wow. Is this at
Like,
a restaurant?
yeah, I was at a restaurant. And
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, dude, like, I mean, sure, if you need a picture, but like all these things, like, it's a Polaroid. Or actually, can you draw me a picture of us?
Totally. Oh my God.
Yeah, people are
Yeah.
annoying, bro.
I
Jeez.
know.
Um, it's been interesting in kind of pop culture in the music world lately that I've seen online is Andre 3000. He does all these trippy like releases, right? Like he did like a flute
Yeah.
record.
That's the
And
only one I know of. What else did he
so
do?
he did recently another one that's just piano, him playing
Oh,
piano. And
with
there's
him playing piano?
him playing piano.
Hmm.
And there's all this hate going back and forth, like, "Oh
Uh,
my God, this is so horrible." And so,
uh,
I was like, I want to check this out. honestly, it's kind of cool. It's like just
Yeah.
punk rock, you know. It's definitely not like if you're a piano player,
Right.
it's not like
It's not supposed to be, I'm sure.
shreddy, but it's like
Right.
I think it's cool that
It's a vibe.
someone that's that popular is like, dude, I don't care. I'm doing
Yeah.
whatever I want, you know, and
Yep.
like just
I
expression.
do too.
Yeah. It's just so funny how people like immediately have to judge based on like this
Yeah.
culture of like shredding and like, oh my
Right.
God, he's like not even ripping. It's like, well, no, he's not ripping, but like he's a freaking rapper and he's doing a
Dude, he's awesome.
yeah, I think he's awesome too. Also, I think the Key and Peele of him and Big Boy are the best. Have you seen those?
Yes,
Where
I did.
they
Yeah.
meet in the coffee shop after they
All right.
break
He's all
up.
dressed like a
Yeah,
or
like
like a
a
genie.
leprechaun.
Yeah. It's
And
amazing.
he goes, what's up, Andre? And he goes, Andre, what? And he goes, it's not Andre 2,999. It's not Andre 3,345. He's like, what's my name? And he's like, I'm not gonna say it, man.
Dude, they're so good. Love it. I like the ones where they just come up and say their names. It's like a football team, and each is like Andre Crabtree,
yeah,
you know, whatever.
Demonicus Maronius.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And their hair is like so it was just all the way over their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Oh my God, those guys are the best. But yeah, so starting today, I'm getting back into actually being a musician. Really isn't that weird? I think just like something about summertime and just I'm still busy, but I haven't been super busy, so I'm just like, man, I haven't even turned on Pro Tools. I haven't really picked up my guitar, but
see, I'm jealous. You have your boating time like that, and I mean, I know you're always working hard, so you're underplaying that, but
yeah,
I've been the opposite. Like this coming weekend, I have 5 shows in 4 days.
that's good, dude.
Yeah, so I'll be like going hard. It's Friday, 2 on Saturday, which is funny. The Saturday one's at Treasure Island,
Nice.
and it's got Hunter Pence is kind of involved.
Is that the Pence fan, like the political Pence?
See, I'm glad to hear that you and I don't know shit about sports.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was related to the vice president, you know, Mike Pence too, the fly in the hair guy.
Yeah, fly in the
hair. But no, it's a World Series winning player for the Giants.
Gotcha. Okay.
I kind of remembered hearing the name, but I totally thought, I'm like, what? Is this going to be a political thing? I didn't know. And literally last night, Noelle's like, no, idiot. He's this, because she looked it up. And I just
she's like, God, how do you not know this? I just Googled it.
I thought you were a boy. Yeah. So, but they're trying to do a Guinness Book of World Records of the most cocktails being shaken at the same time, like made at the same time.
So, are you gonna try and play during that? It's gonna be the loudest thing in the. It's gonna be like.
It's just like the wine etching the other day. Yeah, I guess that's my new thing. I just play during construction excavation.
Yeah. You're like, in my next gig, I'm gonna play with the Guinness Book of World Records, the most Harleys being started at the same time.
All right, everyone cough. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone fart. Yeah. And you're just like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's just such a bizarre, and it's on Treasure Island, which is always like surreal experience.
Yeah.
But they're advertising the gig on KNBR.
Cool.
Like sports radio.
Okay.
So they're like, you hear Greg Papa, he's like, and the entertainment is going to be provided by Neon Velvet. Like similar to the way that you hear a guy announcing, like, up to bat. The way those guys talk.
Yeah. All right, we got Nervo coming up for the solo here. He's had a pretty good run this year. Here it goes. Here it goes. Oh, he kind of
chipped notes. I never expected it.
Yeah. Okay, he's about ready to hit his boost pedal. Here we go.
Yeah. Flying through the changes. Flying. It's amazing.
Keep your head up, Nervo. Keep your head up. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
You guys do like the post show, like you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
we hit him pretty
Sweaty
good.
with the towel around the neck.
Towel around the head. You're like, we started out, and then once we got into a couple Prince songs, I think we had him. It was an overall good show.
We just believe in each other. It's really a team sport. And, we're glad to hear you say that. It's a terrible Greg Papa, but it's the general sports announcer style.
It kind of has like now that's what I call music 75.
yeah. Oh, it's also like the Will Ferrell guy he used to do, the Harry Carey.
Oh, yeah.
What about if the whole world was like hot dogs?
Yeah, the moon's made of cheese.
Yeah.
I'd wash it down with an ice cold Budweiser.
Yeah, that guy.
You ever want to eat a piece of them? Would you? Oh my god!
I think it's worth roughly a nickel.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I start a four show a big tour this week, starting today.
It's today.
Yeah, so I'm going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is good, but it kind of makes me a little nervous when I'm like, dang, I haven't played. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I do this all the time, so it's fine.
Do you have to do some reviewing today, or I
should do some review, but what's kind of great, at least for me, is I play so much guitar that I get sick of the way it sounds. Honestly, sometimes it's like I'll put brand new strings on and it'll be perfectly in tune, and I'll play a C chord, and I'm just like, I just don't even like the way this sounds right now. But it's just because I'm
glad to hear that.
Yeah, I get sick of it, but then like I think like right now, if I went and played like a C chord, I'd be like, oh, that sounds cool. Like it sounds nice. Like because
it's been a couple days.
It's been a while, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like the way this sounds. But my ears do get worn out of myself a lot.
Oh, dude, everybody. I mean, for me, the review is a lot of times just we're adding songs, so I need to run the lyrics. It's just you can fake sometimes little bits of it, but the worst is a song starts and you don't remember the first line.
Oh, dude, I know.
So I just want to avoid that.
Isn't that unbelievable? Like, it's insane. A song that I will sing 1,000 times, and I'm just like,
it happens.
I got my first real 6 sandwich. No, shit. I better pull this up. I'm like, summer of 78.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable. It's just because I think our brains are putting too much pressure.
It's so autopilot. Yeah.
It's like if, oh no, don't think about it and you'll sing it fine. But if you think about it, it's like, I got my second real 4th string.
I mean, it's that, and then if you're doing a variety band thing and you're trying to always keep adding things and keep it up, that's another thing. And we're doing, adding some new stuff, even with the Duran tribute, which is tomorrow, May 16, and people are like, I'm listening, and it's May 20th.
Of 2030.
26, yeah. So, but I think just it's part of it's my own doing of cramming all the new stuff and then all of a sudden it's one weekend of all 2 shows in one day, with each of them having different new songs. And then when you have subs too, you want to play to their strengths.
Totally.
And maybe do stuff you did with them 3 years ago because they already learned it.
Yep.
And then you haven't played it since.
Exactly.
Or everybody has to relearn it.
Yes, you'll look at a set list and be like, damn, why is this song on here? It's been, and then you're like, oh yeah, because we got this sub happening. We actually, Tainted Love had Eli playing keys.
Yeah, I saw the photo.
Yeah, so
what a talent.
So flawless. Like it's a good, like if you're a sub and nobody knows you're subbing, like it just, I forgot we had a sub, I was like,
oh my God,
I was like, oh shit. And then I'm like, and this fool plays guitar too. Jesus.
Dude,
what a beast.
This is one of the more talented humans I've ever met for sure. And probably that we know. His name's Eli Nelson. Guitar, bass, keys, violin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like shred.
Yeah.
Shredder, fiddle.
That's good to know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, he'll do that Devil Went Down to Georgia stuff.
Oh, nice.
So, and he's an artist in his own right, and he teaches dance. He's
No
like
way.
a limber dancing person. So if he
Holy
like
moly.
drops a nickel on the ground, he bends down all ballet like
Backwards.
without without bending his
Let me
legs.
get that for you.
I saw him making out with, like years ago with someone, and he was like in a like matador pose, like holding the girl. Dude, he's incredible.
I like that you just saw him making out with.
I did. I know. It was like the weirdest thing, way down a strange, dingy hallway
Yeah.
of the like backstage area.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even on the gig. He was just back there.
and me and Nervo were just right next to him playing beautiful Latin.
Oh yeah,
acoustic.
helping things along.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness. Yeah, dude. Well, cool. Let's move on to Yar Narge. Narge.
Yeah.
Narge. Okay, I'm really running out of stuff here, but I did see something the other day. I might have done this, and this is a clear, whatever it is, it's clear. Wearing a helmet, whether it's a motorcycle or a bicycle helmet, inside. Have you done that one before?
No.
Okay.
No, never.
But yeah, you see it a lot, right? Where someone just walks in like, "What's up? Obviously, I just got off my bike.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to take off my helmet."
Yeah. Well, it's funny if they were just bike riding and they also have those shoes on, so they're like clack,
clank,
clack,
clank,
clack.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
And
walking like
it's always in
bow-legged.
Starbucks, right? Like
Always.
they clump into Starbucks like they just got off the Tour de France. It's like, like, bro, you're in Walnut Creek.
They're like, "What do you want?" He's like, "The usual." They're like, "We don't know who you are."
The number 25 special. Like, what? Why do you
Our numbers go to 11.
Why do you have a number on your back?
Yeah.
all these sponsors, right?
Yeah,
it's
Kellogg's.
Like, dude, you bought that shirt from Target.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it. It was actually the same place I noticed the chopsticks. At the same time I was getting chopsticks, some dude just walks in with his motorcycle helmet on. I'm like, how long are you gonna keep that on, dude?
You know what I think is they don't know where to put it.
True.
It's like, maybe. If you don't have a huge compartment on your bike itself, you're just like carrying the stupid thing around.
Right. You go. Yeah. Can I check my motorcycle helmet? Or what's little case? Doosh.
Yeah. The case is as big as the bike, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I gotta gnar it though. Like, it's a little weird.
Oh, that's the spirit of Yarnar. Here's what I hate this week. Don't you?
Yeah. We should like kind of like really get a full on gnar zone and be like, gnar of the week, like straight up.
Yeah.
Because exactly. I have a lot of those, but I'm like, I don't need to go down that path.
I mean, it's a big surprise if you do a yar.
Yeah, and it's
actually I'm gonna do one.
Okay.
So this is from Trey a million years ago, and since we were already Trey Sabatelli, drummer extraordinaire, and much more, he brought this one as one of his list of 15 when he was like, "I want to be on your show."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't like it that you wield this power now." You know? I'm gonna just lay into him when I see him, but he's the greatest. But since we were talking about subs, he just actually said Yarnar subs.
Yeah.
So when you're missing one of your band members and you have someone else, hopefully that come in, listener, you probably already knew this. This is what a sub, we always talk about subs. Hey, we have a sub on drums today. And so let's talk about what that means. I mean, we can Yarnar, but I yar it. And that's why I'm bringing it up like, hey, we have a yar, because it saves your ass.
Yes.
And sometimes in the best cases, they can bring this whole energy to the table like Eli does.
Yes.
And just like a new take on the song. And
yeah.
They want to do a good job to impress you, so they're going to just have their A game. And I know I do if I'm subbing. Like every time I come in with you with TL, I'm going to try to wow you. And, it's fun too. It's just like we want to show off for each other. And I want to be asked back, frankly.
Exactly.
And it's kind of to honor the band that you're subbing with. Usually we're all have good bands, and it's it's just kind of like honoring each other's stuff too, because everybody works hard to get where we are. So I ER it for sure, but it can be really stressful for the band.
Yes.
And I think that's where the question is if it's R&R, because let's say they didn't prepare or you don't know them and they came as a recommendation,
Yeah.
or something else fell through and it's really last minute.
Yep.
That person doesn't even barely have enough time to prep and they're stressed, and or you're doing a bunch of choreography and they don't know it and they're bike shoes clopping around or who knows
Yeah.
what. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
I'm a huge yar for all the reasons you just said. I think it depends on the sub for sure.
yeah,
And hopefully you can pick a good sub, because when it's a good sub, it's very exciting. And it's like, and like you said, it's like you get a new take on things, and it's really fun to like meet new people. That's usually how you meet new people, is
yeah.
subbing. Um, in July, I'm actually going to sub for this band. You ever heard of Fight for Fighting?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to
They
sub.
had one hit.
I'm going to sub. I'm going to be a one-off subbing for them. But it's like,
Great.
it's super exciting, because it's like that's how you meet people. And any
Oh
gigs
yeah.
I've ever gotten usually has been as a sub. You just hop in,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Right.
hey, and you either have a chance to show your good foot, or you have a chance to show that you didn't do the homework.
Have
Which
you already started studying their stuff?
I'm
or-
just listening right
Yeah,
now.
that's part of it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that one is a very it's a musician heavy band. Like obviously they
Is
got
it?
they have hits, but like the guitar player, the normal guitar player is Pete Thorne. You know who that is?
Oh really?
Yeah, he's
I
like
didn't know that.
he's very popular on YouTube,
Yeah.
and really awesome band. So I'm like, oh
What was
crap.
their hit though?
Superman was one of them.
Oh,
That I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
tell the rain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But really, a lot of their songs are really rocky,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. But I'm not trying to derail this conversation,
No,
because
no.
in subbing though, I love it. Like, because when you get a good sub, and especially when you get a couple shows with them, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, this is fun. Like, it's a little different, It's like,
Yeah.
and then honestly, sometimes when you get a really bad sub, as long as you can cover it up, it's
Yeah.
also kind of fun and funny.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
long
It's
as it
super
doesn't,
funny.
as long as it doesn't ruin the show.
Derail. Yeah.
But it can get scary sometimes,
So
Sometimes,
have you ever had a sub like super chowder?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, super chowder, where you're just like,
Oh.
there was one time. Oh yeah, there was one time, and it's so weird, dude. Like,
Is it always a singer or?
no, it's everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one that comes to mind was a drummer we had that I brought in, and this dude is a badass drummer, like,
Yeah.
and like totally capable to do anything.
Just a bad
like
fit for that situation.
Just and I'd been told, actually Muscat would always say, he's like, he's like, everybody isn't good for like everything. You know what I mean?
Horses for courses. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, no, dude, this dude's so well rounded, and like his tone, and he's gonna crush. But he just didn't know the material and didn't learn
Yeah.
it. Like, and in our world, your bands and
Yeah.
Tainted Love were kind of the same world, where it's like,
Yeah.
we're fast paced.
Oh yeah.
It's where you're like, boom, boom, boom. There's no like sitting around. We're not looking at charts. It's like, no, this
Nope.
is the set. When one
And it
song's
might
done,
be like slight arrangement changes to the original. You
Yep.
gotta listen to the references
and it's
remember it.
you remember it. There's backing tracks. You got to be on top of that.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're not winging it,
No.
So anyways, this dude came in, and he's such a badass. I'm not going to say his name, and nobody
No.
will know who it is. But we were doing freaking AC/DC, Shook Me All Night Long. And I went,
Uh-oh. Yeah.
and he's looking at me, and we're doing a big show, dude. It was when we used to do the Black Hawk outdoor.
Oh yeah, I did that with you
Remember
guys.
that?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah, that's a
big,
great
dude.
gig.
There's like maybe
Great
1,000
gig.
people out there.
They have
Probably.
drones.
There's
going
drones.
overhead.
There's you're in like the fishbowl, as they say, where
It's
everyone's
awesome.
big show.
Yeah.
And so I go, Glenn, waiting for him, right? On that chord where it should go, go, get, go.
Tap, boom,
And he's
tap.
looking at, and I'm looking at him like, yeah, bro, let's do
Go.
it. And he goes like this. He gives me the rock sign, like, yeah, bro, let's do it. And I'm like, no. You have to do it. You do it. And he's all, what? And it's just like, Glenn.
So it's silent.
And he goes, and so he goes like, 1, 2, 3, 4, go, gag, go. Like the total wrong beat. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, what? And the whole time he's like playing the AC/DC.
So what did the band do?
We were just like, oh.
I mean, do you play that song to that wrong groove?
Well, I went with his count off. I went with his count off, and it was definitely weird to play AC/DC where the kick drum is hitting on where the guitar's going, right?
Yeah.
So he was going like, go, ga, go, 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 ga, go, 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 ga, go, go.
Oh my God! I thought it was just on the 1 3. Okay.
Yeah, no, because AC/DC is very just back and forth, right?
Right.
And it just the whole groove just dissipated and like.
Oh my God!
But I was like, dang, dude, I thought you were gonna crush it. But so that was
Trey is like scowling his way to ecstasy
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a trip. But we've had some pretty good ones, dude, where it just songs that just get completely started in the wrong key, you know?
Yeah. That's
where you're just like, ooh, baby, that was rough.
That is a tough one to recover from. The wrong key is like,
dude, Free Fallin' is by far the number one song that happens. It's like there needs to be
people
a red
just
flag.
Capo the shit out of it. Yeah.
Because people change keys and it's like, oh, that's a recipe right there. Like I saw Mustache do it one time. I was part of the band, and it was just a huge explosion of minor seconds. And then we did it in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That song, dude. That's like
that and it could be another R, but doing songs in other keys, changing the key of songs.
Yeah.
I gnar that because of this.
I gnar it too.
And to me, it's like if it's not gonna suit whoever's doing it, don't do the song. I'm sorry.
I gnar it too, honestly.
Yeah, like just or get a different.
Yeah.
Get the horse for that course.
The only time situations where I'm okay with it, that it makes sense, is when there's a song that's tuned down a half step on the guitar.
Okay.
And then it's like,
so dude, you're doing Van Halen, which the original is E flat.
All Van Halen, a lot of Guns N' Roses.
Different.
It just makes way more sense to just do it.
No, that's different.
And generally people aren't going to, that's a big ask. You go like, hey guys, we're doing Sweet Child. Are we doing it? Like, Yeah,
you got to ask.
Yeah,
mean, and then another, I guess, caveat is if you're doing something solo, I do think you can do whatever you want because might do a totally different version.
Dude, I change keys like crazy when I play solo. Like I do all kinds of different stuff, but that's just me. So who cares?
Well, I think Clay does it too, so he can segue into different songs.
Yeah.
Like something with a similar progression but different key. He'll just mix in 17 other songs. But
totally.
I kind of tend to stick to it because I just don't, play as many different things, and I'm like looking more into how to nail the vocals or something like that, or I'm challenged because it's high, and I'm like, no, I want to see if I can do this.
Yeah, that's cool. So. Yeah, like I'll do a lot of stuff that's like I'll do like Your Love, but I'll do it in D, Yeah. Just because I'm like,
is it E normally?
It's normally an E. And
E,
and to me D is pretty high too. I'm like, shit.
It is still high. Yeah.
So, and I'll do like Boys of Summer in D too, which is a half step lower.
I have that charted in D because someone asked for it. And it's good.
But yeah,
the thing is though, like if someone wants to come and
jam,
well, you can switch up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Jam.
Yeah, jam.
Totally.
Love jamming. Yarnar jam.
Okay. Yarnar jam. Already did that, but that's a good one. Yarnar changing keys. I say with the band, I say don't do it. I say solo, you do whatever you want. But
I guess to match to match the drop tunings is fine.
Yeah,
I do agree with that too. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
All right, we solved the world's problem.
You're welcome, everybody. And here we go.
Green room is probably not clean.
I need to get a mug. I need my mug.
It's definitely not green.
Can you believe it?
Green room.
We need more mugs.
More mugs.
More mugs. Swing. Later, brah.
Talk to you soon, mate.